Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading on what your guardian angel would love to tell you today. I really do believe that we have a guardian angel, and the love that our guardian angel has for us is complete. It is unconditional, and we can get a lot of guidance actually from this guardian angel, especially to keep us safe and provided for. So let us see what your wisdom is from your guardian angel today. So choose the pile that draws you, the stone that draws you. A lot of times your very first impression is the one to go with. And we'll begin. Okay, I use a few different decks with these. For those of you who chose this sort of olive, green, lime green kind of stone, let's see. I will lay them out. From the Light Seers deck, we have the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Cups, which is always lovely. These are two lovely cards. From the Arcanum deck, we've got the Devil, and we've got the Eight of Cups. Okay. Oh, we have three from the Arcanum deck, and I didn't even know it. You get a bonus. Three of Coins. Okay. From the Steampunk deck, we've got the Devil again. You've got the Devil twice. Don't worry about the Devil, though. The Devil, it comes up when we're sort of gathering energy. And maybe it is angsty energy, but we're gathering energy for the next new transformation. The Chariot is your other card. Wow, you've got a lot of major arcana, pile number one. And then from the Classic Tarot, this is Rider-Waite, we've got the Ace of Cups and the Tower. Wow, major arcana upon major arcana. My goodness. Okay, well, let me see how all these shake out. They're very positive cards, though, with your major arcana. Very positive cards. Okay, I think that I would put... Yeah, well, no, they've all just kind of fallen together the right way as well. Okay, now, pile number one. It looks to me that you've been bedeviled by something. Well, look at this Devil, twice. For quite some time now, you've been bedeviled by something. Now, the Devil can be something that's a pattern of yours, and it can be a pattern that just keeps repeating and repeating. And it's just frustrating, maybe. Maybe it's something that draws your thoughts in a sort of obsessive way. It can be a pattern of excess somewhere in your behavior, or it could be in somebody else's. Now, sometimes we're so bedeviled by an issue that we get obsessive. It intrudes upon our thinking. It's almost like we want to figure this out. So that it can show up as worry. It can show up as, spinning round and round and round in our minds. It can be somebody else's excess or pattern of spinning as well, and you're kind of tied to that person. But the Devil, it really is... It's so, uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable that it really builds energy. It builds energy towards surrender, sometimes surrendering a problem entirely to source, to a good and loving source. Sometimes just, okay, I can't figure this out. I am surrendering it. I am going to ask for the best possible outcome, and I am going to just leave it in the hands of a good God, a good and loving spirit, whatever you want to call it. So sometimes that's what the Devil does for us. Sometimes the Devil it gets us in touch with just how tired of this stuff we are, and how it's really time to do something. It really is. Sometimes we're bedeviled by something we've got no clue what to do about it. We really don't. It can be a source of repeated worry. Like I said, it can be a pattern. We don't know what to do about it. And then the Tower comes in, and that's a welcome tower. Sometimes the tower comes in and says to us, this is what this is what is going to be done with this. And had we not been bedeviled by the situation, had we not grown so tired of it, that tower would have felt disruptive. But because we were in touch with how uncomfortable some certain situation was for us, the tower instead is welcome. So the tower, again, this is very dramatic looking. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. The tower can be something that changes everything, that we begin to see. It's almost like we hear a little whisper. This is the key. This is the means by which that situation will be changed. And we're tempted to be hopeful. So that's how this tower can come in. I would say perhaps you precipitate the tower yourself. It could be. But I really think Source is really helping you with this one. Source is coming to you. That good and loving Source energy is always coming to us, is always reaching out to us. We sometimes cannot feel it, cannot perceive it. And so sometimes something just needs to happen. And maybe we don't even know what's happening. Maybe we have no idea, but the tower is a big door for us actually then into the new choices. And the Chariot, see, this tower, whatever it is, and by the way, it could be a tower you're aware of, a tower you've been dealing with, this tower event that's going to change things in your life. It ushers in the Chariot as well. Sort of like, okay, you've got all this positive energy. It's pulling you forward. It's pulling you forward into a new place. These major arcana are quite, they're full of life force. They're full of life force. So I guess I would say the devil times 2 would suggest, hey, get in touch with that, feel it. If you're angry, feel angry. If you're fed up, feel fed up. Sometimes that's when we can really make the change. We can allow something new to come in. And sometimes the tower it's sort of like a lightning bolt to our crown, right? It's a lightning bolt to the head, like, oh my goodness, why didn't I see that? Or that's it. I have made a decision. Sometimes it's like that. So the fed up feeling really does get you there, really does help you to be prepared for the thing that changes things. It may feel like a bumpy ride. But then again, the Chariot has a way of feeling very life-giving, very, it animates you. It gives you direction. You don't exactly know where you're being taken, but it gives you direction. And your that is the Queen of Swords. Your Queen of Swords. Oh no, for some of you, you precipitate the tower by saying something with the Queen of Swords. Yes. It depends. It could go either way with these cards. But the Queen of Swords is all about clarity. It's all about inspiration. It's all about smarts. It's all about logic. Sometimes that cuts through all the confusion of the bedevilment. If you're being bedeviled by somebody else, there may be some real confusion they're bringing in. And usually when you feel very confused, it's because somebody's not being honest. That I found to be a very important thing to remember. If somebody is very confusing to me or interacting with this person brings in all kinds of confusion, it's probably because they are not being honest with you. And maybe they're not being honest with themselves. You don't know. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, perhaps. But it can sometimes be time to stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. With this tower, with this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she just would say it the way it is. She'd say it logically. This is the truth. These are the facts. That's that. The Queen of Swords would find journaling very beneficial to kind of write it out. Where am I at? Where am I going? If there's confusion, help me cut through it, Source. You can ask Source for all kinds of help before you start your journaling too, to really get there, to really see the truth. And there's nothing to fear here. I gotta tell you, there is nothing to fear here. I see a situation that has had you feeling kind of trapped, and you're going to be busted out of that. You know, there's the freedom begins. This is what I see. We have the Three of Coins. At the same time, you happen to be building something good and security enhancing, and you know, something that will allow you to show your talents, your skills. You happen to be doing that at the same time. I just see somebody who, even though there might be angst here, it's been there, and now we're going to be turning a corner, and the world is going to cooperate with you in bringing that. And gosh, there can be joy around the corner. We can go, as human beings, sometimes the intensity of the emotion of us frustrating or hurtful or difficult experience, just it's what brings our breakthrough. And joy can be on the other side of that. I mean, within minutes, we human beings are kind of amazing that way. Sometimes the bedevilment, if we're in denial about it, if we act like, oh well, whatever, it's okay, and it's not okay. You know, sometimes that's what kind of keeps us in the bedevilment. So really dealing with that and accepting the Chariot. Hey, I'm being pulled somewhere new and it's going to be good. Okay, so things have changed. There's maybe even a sudden change. I don't know, but it's going to be for my best. I can tell, you know, that kind of thinking. And somehow you manage to be building something good within this, and you manage 10 of Cups to keep a sense of security, a sense of well-being, a sense of everybody is emotionally secure, relationally secure enough to thrive in your household, in your friend group, in your family, whichever. So you somehow manage to keep that too. Very smart. You're very, very smart here. Very smart. And your thinking is lit up. And the intuition too. It's not just your logic. You're on the verge of something where the logic and the intuition, this woman goes, and she, again, is being honest about her emotions. She's being, really present in this world, in her body, in her emotions, and she's looking for what's missing emotionally for her. And she's looking to her intuition, to the moon. So this is one of those instances where the intellect, the intuition kind of come together, and there's clarity. I just feel like clarity is coming in. Oh my God. And it is so freeing. Maybe it's something you haven't given yourself permission to know yet, but here you come. Here it comes. Because the strength in this reading, I mean, Source definitely wants you to bring you to a better place, So that's a beautiful reading. That is a beautiful reading, pile number 1. Wow. I hope you can enjoy the Chariot ride. All right. For those of you who chose the moonstone, we have, let's lay them out, pile number 2. We have the Wheel from the Light Seers Tarot. I love these illustrations. We have the Two of Swords from the Light Seers. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Swords. From the Classic Tarot, we have the Seven of Cups. We've got the King of Coins. From Steampunk, we've got the Nine of Wands. And we've got the Ten of Wands. Okay. From Arcanum, we've got the King of Wands and the Tower. Oh, very interesting. All right. I like to see kind of how these all go together. Let's see. You've got some very powerful, look at these kings. Look at that mature energy here. That's wonderful. We've got some confusion here, or some, I look forward and I don't see what's coming in very clearly. Let me make these so they're centered for you. We've got some of that, but that's okay. That's okay. Because a lot of times here, we're just really encouraged to believe the best will come in, not the worst. Okay. Don't fear the unknown here. Consider the best. 9 of Wands and 10 of Wands from the steampunk. Look at all that wand energy too. Yeah, but this can be there's something in your thought pattern. There's something in your thoughts lately that feels anxiety provoking. That feels a little bit like, oh my, what could come? Oh my, what could come? Maybe you've had some difficulties in the past. So that does predispose you then to being guarded about the future. And maybe right now you're sort of a bit overburdened. You know, with the 10 of Wands, you're carrying it pretty heavy. You've got a lot on your mind. And you know what? Pile number 2, I really feel like you're carrying it heavy and you've got a lot on your mind because you care so much, you know? And because you're tough, you're strong. Look at this 9 of Wands. You're strong. You're ready to do another battle if you need to. You're experienced in overcoming difficulties. You know how to do that. However, what you maybe don't realize is that the 9 of Wands, because of your history, you might have a tendency to think bad things are coming over good things. You might have a tendency here, to focus inordinately on the bad things that could happen. And it's almost like it surprises you to think, oh, but why couldn't it just as easily be something great that's coming in? You know, it's like it surprises you. And I gotta tell you, with Source, with a spiritual path, much more often good things are coming in. And the negative things, in fact, Source can give us the strength and make this make them something that is transformative for the good in our lives. So we need not fear the negatives. You're very strong. You're used to maybe carrying things. You're used to fighting battles. And this can be in a quiet way. It doesn't have to be in an aggressive way, but it can be okay, I am used to enduring. I am used to being tough. I am used to carrying a lot of burden, a lot of priorities, a lot of goals. I'm used to that. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is coming around to say, sure you are, but that is not your next. That's not what's coming up for you, though. The Wheel of Fortune is coming around to say, but don't you feel like it's time for a new chapter? There may be a Tower event that helps bring this in, something unexpected that comes in. And in fact, then it is welcome. It could be for some of you that an issue, a problem that you've been carrying for a very long time, a very, very long time. It could be for some of you that you are on the verge of that problem just not being part of your life anymore. Absolutely. You know, I have to tell you, with these wands and this King of Wands, you have been tough. You have been a survivor. You have been strong. You have been capable. And that's helped to mature you. So you have this wonderful mature energy where you've gotten much better at understanding what your main priority is, what's most important to you. You've gotten much better at, really understanding you're going to see it through. You're going to make it happen. The things that are most important to you, you are going to safeguard. You are going to prevail. So this era in your life has yielded great maturity. And you've managed to create stability and security too. Because see, your life hasn't been easy. That's what I gotta say, pile 2. Your life has not been easy. And you know what? You never buckled. You may feel like you had, but you didn't. You kept going and kept going. And you got a better understanding for the need for security than a lot of people have. And you've matured in that ability to bring security into your life, to maintain stability in your life. And sometimes that's, carrying all of these goals and importances and priorities has brought stability into your life. You've created this. But I gotta say, these cards are telling me that the wheel is turning. There's a decision perhaps to be made with the Two of Swords. There may be a decision and you're not ready to make it yet. I have to tell you, if fear of the unknown is part of the thing that's holding you back, these cards are clearly telling me, don't let that be a factor. It's time for things to get easier. I feel like there's some anxiety, like, do I accept that? Or do I feel like, there's your decision. Do I accept that it's time for things to start getting easier in my life, or better, or more abundant? Or do I not? Do I not dare to hope for that? Do I tell myself, well, I'm strong. I can keep carrying all this. No, thank you. Give that blessing to somebody else. Do I do that? Or do I have faith and receive that blessing? And sometimes there might have to be a tower moment to get you to receive it. Because, this has been so much a part of your life. This enduring, this persisting, this surviving, this carrying burdens and successfully carrying them home. This has been so much a part of who you are in your life that sometimes Source might have to bring a tower to just get you out of that and help you to understand it's time for a new era. Maybe it's time to receive. Maybe it's time to accept. Maybe it's time to say, I don't need to be struggling. And if this isn't Source bringing a tower, this can be an aha moment. See, the wonderful thing about us human beings, and especially human beings who are open to looking at what their subconscious is saying, what their higher self is saying through the tarot, we can have an aha moment, and we don't need the tower moment. We can have the aha moment can be the tower moment. So I see security. I see Source like reassuring you with stability and security as you go through this. It's not like Source knows you need security. Source knows this. It's not like Source is demanding that you just throw everything you've worked for, throw all that security out the window. Heck no. Oh no. Source knows you need that. That's protected. It's just that it's time to maybe let go of this kind of mindset to allow in greater ease, I feel like. Greater ease, greater abundance. And to claim that for yourself. Because you will always be tough. You will always be competent. You will always, I feel like, take a lot on yourself to save, to spare other people. I feel like that's something you will always do. But Source wants to show you that you can still maintain that kind of generosity without sacrificing what's good for you, without saying, no, thank you. I don't need it. Somebody else needs it more. You can say, thank you. I accept this. I receive this. And oddly enough, you may then have more to gift others with. So this is important. Wow, I love your reading. I love your reading, pile number 2. My goodness, powerful. Wow. Okay, so now let us see. Pile number 3. For those of you who chose this lovely pink stone, we have, from the Arcanum deck, we've got the Page of Coins, and we've got the 5 of Coins. From the Light Seers Tarot, we've got the Empress. Isn't that a beautiful Empress? And the 2 of Cups. From the Classic Tarot, we've got the Hermit and the Page of Swords. You've got 2 pages. From the Steampunk deck, we've got the 6 of Swords and we've got the 8 of Swords. I love talking to your guardian angel, by the way. Your guardian angels are beautiful, beautiful, light-filled, loving beings. And that really, it's wonderful doing readings from them. Okay, and you can ask your guardian angel for about anything. And you can listen for little prompts to do this little thing or that little thing to get better at following the advice of your guardian angel. Okay, so pile number 3. Yes, we've got 2 pages. We've got the Hermit, the 6 and 8 of Swords. So there's a lot going on with your thought life. But I feel like Source wants to tell me, but you come by it honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't guilt yourself if you've had difficulty with thoughts like I'm trapped, or difficulty with, okay, these difficult things. It just feels like I'm kind of slowly learning difficult things that will bring me a better future, but it's just happening so gradually. I'm moving into calmer waters. Don't feel bad about that. There's a reason for all that, right? You know, I feel like our soul chooses some challenges before we come. And, you know, some souls really are ambitious. There's a lot of growth planned for this lifetime. So don't be hard on yourself. But the good news, when I see the 6 and I see the 8, the good news is a lot of your worries and concerns, a lot of the things that you feel are holding you back, really, truly do not have to. In fact, you know, even if you look back and you see some sad things, some sad facts you've learned, some sad truths that you've learned, sad thoughts, the 6 of Swords suggests you are moving into those calmer waters. Yeah, I mean, it's like right ahead. You're about to take the bend in the creek and go into the beautiful, sunny, open waters. You know, it's like that, the safe, tranquil, open waters. The 8 of Swords, you know, that woman who thinks she's all bound up. You know, in the classic tarot, that she can just move forward and all of that would slip off. It's so loose. It's an illusion that she's bound up and she can't move forward. This might have to do with money worries for some of you with this 5 of Coins. But the Page of Coins, whatever you're doing now to address those money worries is quite good, and it will work. We got the Page of Coins, like you've got this beginning to something new that brings in more money and can really mature into the Queen and the King of Coins. So that Page of Coins, a Page of Pentacles, is a good sign. It's the beginning. Moving away from money woes. If this isn't about money, you know, coins can be about health too. You could have a new beginning that you've already begun that's going to bring you into better health. Because with this Empress card, my gosh, you know, that's your major arcana of this reading. And it's really saying you're pregnant with this possibility that something good and life-giving is going to just begin. You might have come through a time where it feels like, man, these seeds that are planted, they're not sprouting yet. You know, I've had a season of tilling the ground and planting the seeds, but they're not growing yet. With the Empress, there are huge possibilities here. And like I said, with the 6 of Swords, I would suggest you are going to be coming into a much easier, more abundant place. The Hermit. Now the Hermit it's like it's a whisper, isn't it? Maybe that's why you picked this stone, because it's like a whisper saying, yes, it's coming. Yes, you're moving in the right direction. Yes, you're doing a good job. Yes, you will find yourself in a freer place. Don't look back on what has been and think that's what's going to be. Don't let that trap you. This Page of Swords too, that's like a new idea. So the Hermit is giving you a message. You're hearing it with this Page of Swords. You are picking that sword up, that Ace of Swords that comes from the spirit realm. You're picking that up. You might have a new idea, a new plan, a new thought. you keep on pursuing it, okay? Don't believe you're trapped for a second. Even if things are gradual, it's okay, because you're definitely heading into a new and life-giving kind of place here. This Two of Cups is lovely too. You're not doing this all on your own, just with your guides and your guardian angels. There's help coming with this. There might be a partnership. There might be somebody who really understands you, understands what you're saying, sees a common goal, sees a common way of looking at things, and you have this sense that you're on equal footing with this person, and this can be an agreement with a partner who's already in your life or somebody you already talked to. And, sort of, you can be in partnership with this person in a way that brings blessings into your life, especially emotional blessings, emotional support, feeling understood, feeling validated, feeling like you're not alone. So that Two of Cups is quite lovely. I feel like your guardian angel is saying you're not alone in this by any means. Here you have the power of the universe bringing something new and life-giving up into your life, for one thing. You've got guides. You're hearing them. You've got new opportunities you've picked up. Yes, and you will get encouragement. So don't believe the negative thoughts based upon, even if it is based upon things that have been going on in your life recently. You're moving out of that. You're moving out of that. I have to mention with the Empress, for some of you, this is about a child. For some of you, this could indeed be about a child coming into your life. Or being able to begin to try for that child. So that's wonderful. But the Empress can be anything new and life-giving coming in. So gosh, I totally see things improving for you. And I see you already having the keys. You've already begun. All right. Well, I thank you so very much. I thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope that this was helpful to you. Take care. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.